Hey everyone, this is Peter Hall. My brother Josh isn't here, he's at work. I'm going to be going through a few episodes of Tamara's Just Seen. So, doing a video reaction to some of her videos in that playlist. So, here you go.
Hi everyone, my name is Tamara Chambers, and it is sunny. This is Tamara Just Saw, and last night I saw the fourth Insidious. What is it?
I haven't seen any of the Insidious movies. Not really into horror.
Insidious, the last key. I watched all three of the first Insidious movies the day before, and kind of got caught up. I haven't seen any of them.
I haven't seen any of them.
But that was made up. I thought that I had not. So I watched all of them, and I was honestly pretty impressed. They have high budgets. The storyline is good, not stellar, but like good. I think they made a fatal flaw in the first one by killing off the main character. Spoilers, I guess, if you're watching this. I assume you've seen the first or don't care. And I guess I'll say spoilers for
don't
the
care.
last key as well. Though nothing really happens that's crazy shocking. There's one twist, I'll say, and I won't bring that up in the review. So, kind of spoilers. I, if you don't know, love horror films. And
I hate horror.
I really, really love
Depending.
high budget, well-made horror films. Weird. She doesn't like low-budget shit horror films. Actually, I do like those as well. I'm a big fan of the Conjuring series and the Annabelle series.
Haven't seen any of those either.
I really enjoy when a horror film gets backing and gets a good budget and is well-made, and this is what these are. I want to say, I wish that the stories were a little more fleshed out, and I wish that there's a couple things that happen that's like, oh, okay, well, we've seen this a million bazillion times. But for the most part, they're just fun, well-made, scary films. And I would recommend them if you haven't seen them, if you like horror. I made a video for my personal channel talking about the first three. So right now, I'm just going to talk about this latest installment, The Last Key. First and foremost, the previews for this movie all looked amazing. I want to see every single preview, which it doesn't mean anything about the film that you're about to see, but in my mind, it's always a good omen. I'm just going to go through them real quick. Truth or Dare looks stupid and fun. Pacific Rim 2, I've not seen one, so I guess I should do that.
Pacific Rim was pretty cool.
Amazing. Proud Mary, yes. The Winchester House movie, yes. Game Night, amazing. Have you seen the previews for that? Looks so good. Midnight Sun, really stupid looking romantic chick flick, and I can't wait to see it. Okay, getting into the actual film. Why you clicked on this video. Lynn Shay plays Elise Rayner, and she started off in the first film, and through some events we're here, and the timelines are all screwed up because they killed off her character in the very first movie, which is a big mistake because she's like the standout star of the film, and she's clearly the star in this one. And so this takes place right before the first film takes place, timeline-wise. It also takes place in her childhood and kind of gives you a little bit of backstory there, and it's really nice to see that. I will say, though, I do think they made a mistake in killing her off. People might say it was like a stylistic choice or like a fun thing so they could do all this timeline stuff. I feel like it was a mistake, and then they were like, I will just do weird timeline things, but they've really made the timeline jumps work. Like, the second film was in between, like, it all matches up very nicely, and they have tied it in really well. If it was a choice, what an odd one, but it works. Elise is such an interesting character in that I would never have cast her as this role, and I would have never said that a 4-movie arc horror story could be led by this woman who really gives me a vibe of like this cool aunt who smokes weed all the time. She's just super chill, like kind of earthy. That's the vibe that I get from the character of Elise. They really do a good job of showing you that she's just a human that has these abilities, like people who have villages don't need to be like witchy and like trendy with crystals, even though I watched that movie as well. Elise is just, she's a cool aunt. She literally is a cool aunt, as you see in this film. She does have a few things that she does over and over. Always in the film, somebody's like, can you do this? And she's like, I can't do it because of these personal, deep-rooted issues. And then 2 seconds later, she's like, I have to do it. And then she does it. So that happens in almost, maybe not the first, but definitely 2, 3, and in the last game. And it's like, we all know you're going to do it, Elise. You have a heart of gold, girl. You're going to do it. And then she does. Elise has paired up with these 2 guys, Specs and the creepy one, Tucker. I don't love them as her sidekicks. One of them is a sound guy. One of them writes down things. I don't think... I feel like they were a mistake. They came along in the first film, and they were supposed to be this comedic duo to kind of lighten the mood. And in this, I do think they achieved some comedy, though some of it was awkward. In the other films, I don't think that the comedy was achieved well at all, and they're just not. They're like knockoff brand comedy duo. It just doesn't really work. For me, I don't love them, but I do love their shirts, and I want one.
Spectral sighting.
That out, Steve. So the film takes place over 2 different timelines. It starts off and it shows you a little bit of Elise's backstory and kind of developing her powers and a demon that has plagued her whole life. It also shows Elise as an adult, and it takes place when she's an adult right before the first movie takes place. There's also a couple plots happening in this film. The first is helping this guy get the demon out of her childhood home. He's now living there, so she goes and she does that, and then that's resolved kind of, and then another whole thing takes place, and there's kind of a lot happening. It feels kind of like this could have been 2 really cool Netflix specials. Now I compare everything to Netflix. That's where we are.
Netflix.
There's a point in the movie where one of Elise's nieces such a good sentence. There's a point in the movie where one of Elise's nieces reveals that she
Elise's nieces?
too. And that's exactly the line that comes out. She's like, I can see things too.
Excuse
and
me.
someone behind me goes, what? Really dramatically and breathed in. And it was a really nice moment. Can't imagine.
Elise's nieces.
While the story made sense, the main key bad guy, demons are bad guys if you didn't know. While the main bad guy made sense because it went into her past and now she's revisiting it.
Revisited it? Revisited it.
It also has a sense of kind of just being backed into a corner. It feels like the 4th of a horror franchise, honestly. And it's well done. It is well done. And there were some genuine scares. I sat up front because the whole back of the theater was full and no one was in the front 3-row section. And I was just sitting there like in glee because there were some really, really, really good scares and they really kept the suspense up. It did in moments though feel like they backed themselves into a corner again by killing her off in the first one. I'd really like to see more of this really cool chill aunt who smokes weed. I don't imagine they're going to take this any further after this one. It doesn't feel resolved. So it's just a bit like,
it's weird.
Why did you make that choice? And it's a shame that that is impacting this film. One of the biggest problems with this is that you know she's going to die in the first film, which takes place right after this, timeline-wise, and so you know she's not going to die. So you're watching it, and even though things are happening to her, there's no suspense for her safety. You know she's going to make it through. Honestly, it was a really good horror film. It had moments of scariness. At the end, I was really touched with the storyline. The acting is honestly really good for a horror film. For a 4th installment of a horror film, really nice, really well done. The one problem I have with it is that they killed off Elise in the first film, and it's still bothering me now in the 4th. I don't imagine they're planning on doing another one, and that's another problem I have, is that it just doesn't feel wrapped up. Because I really have come to really enjoy this character. Let me 4 are. I really enjoyed 1.
I haven't seen any of them, so I don't know.
Okay. Also, check out my personal channel. I posted a video talking about the first 3, and I would love to hear your thoughts there as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye. For now. I don't even know your mom. Ask her mom. She'll tell you a different story. Ask our mom. Alright, sorry everyone. I was checking a Facebook message, so that's why you saw that. And nothing was going on, but just finished excuse me, just finished the latest in Tamara's just seen, so gonna watch another one. It's called The Shape of Water. That's the second most recent one, so starting now.
Oh boy. Ooh, here we go.
Hi everyone, my name is Tamara Chambers.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Chambers.
And this is Tamara Just Saw. This is super late, and this movie came out forever ago, but I wanted to see it. And so we just saw The Shape of Water. The story is about a fish monster.
Never saw that either,
Based
but I'm
on
gonna see it.
The first original Creature of the Black Lagoon. It's about a woman who cleans in the facility that the fish monster is being held, and her story of finding love with this fish monster.
Love with a fish monster.
Who I was hanging out with, because we're back home for the holidays, and her parents got back from seeing it when I was still over there, and they were
so
like,
it's kind of like Splash.
It was unsettling for sure, and I so understand if people don't
Except
love
the
it,
fish monster is not as attractive as the mermaid.
It was unsettling and weird. It was very dark. I loved it. I loved the movie. I thought it was so cool. It was such a good story for like misfits, and it was just really beautiful, and like it was this horrifying fairy tale, but the acting was incredible. It was really well cast.
It was well cast, yeah, for sure.
I love that the lead was not like Hollywood, like classically like beautiful.
Right, she was cute though.
She was so cute, and within like finding her character, she became even cuter and more attractive. I love that she had this like band of misfits that were friends, like a gay man in the '60s and a black woman, and then she falls in love with a fish monster. I think it was quite the band of misfits all joining together to make this happen.
It kept it lighthearted enough, in my opinion, that I knew that that was gonna end up that way. Okay. So I was like, okay.
It felt very Pan's Labyrinth, but
I haven't seen that one either.
And more gruesome, but there's a softness to his films that are like, this is fine, and the music really accompanies it well.
Right, yeah.
You're right, okay, because I was thinking when you said that about like the fingers being ripped off and like the really racist shit.
Ew, gross. Spoiler.
Spoiler.
He rips his fingers off.
The fish monster eats 2 of his fingers off.
Gross.
Wow.
And then they sew his fingers back on in hopes that they'll take, but they don't take, and they throughout the film get darker and darker and darker as he gets darker and darker and darker. You know this is gonna happen because you just know it is, but he
like his fingers are a representation of the man he once was.
Yeah.
Before this fish came into his life.
I was really enjoying it the whole time, but I was sitting next to my mom, and I was just like, oh, don't rip the fingers off, just for my mom's sake. Don't.
What did mom think about the fingers?
I don't think she loved it. I really like the gill marks, and I love she is like this seemingly so unimportant. Like she's a cleaner at this facility, and she's mute, and she's not like this Hollywood starlet, and she's like the princess of the goddamn sea. And I think it's really nice how they made her so important and so special and beautiful while not at all. She was very sexually driven though.
Oh yeah.
There's 2 scenes where she masturbates in a tub.
Who isn't though?
For sure, no shame. Also,
wow.
It's really cool that she masturbated in a tub of water. Twice, both times in water, because she was so connected to water. And like that, it drove her, and she was connected to it. And I love that was the choice, because it wasn't to show you that she's like sexually driven, or like she needs to find a mate, or like she just, you know, is promiscuous outside of her own like crudely manner in work. It was to show that she's like drawn to water, and like she needed that. I loved it.
Wet joke.
Wow.
Okay, so we're done here. The fish monster was awesome. His design was super cool. His eyelids closing sideways was super cool.
I bet there's gonna be theories that he becomes Abe from Hellboy.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wrote down, I don't think it's for everyone. It's an off-putting film in some aspects, but
is it kind of bestiality? I mean, yeah, but like it's artistically done, and it's like you get emotionally connected to the bestiality.
So it's fine.
Wow.
They decide that if somebody else is going to find this fish monster, that they should just cut it open, find what they can, and dispose of it so no one else gets its secrets. So she is now on a mission to save the fish monster. And she does. Like, her little misfit tag team gets it done, and then he's living in her house for a while, and then she has sex with it.
That mossy water. You know, it's gonna be all mossy.
I'm not putting that in.
I'm just saying, it's gonna be mossy and gross. Mossy and gross. Mossy and gross. Oh, it has to smell so bad in there.
So they were trying to figure out who stole the beast. And one of the lines is, this guy's like, I think it took at least 10 men to do it. And Mom, like, loudly was like, takes 10 men what it takes 1 woman to do.
Tell him, Mom.
That's right, Mom. You tell the 10 people in the secret.
Let every single one of them know that it takes 10.
I know this is late, and I know that probably the people who like really wanted to see this have already seen it, but I loved it. I loved it more than Pan's Labyrinth, which I really loved. I love the weirdness. I love a good dark love story. Would you recommend this to people?
Certain people, yeah.
I would recommend this to people. I think it's really good. I think it's weird. You feel weird while you're watching it in the best way, I think.
I like it. I like the movie. It was a good movie. Like, it did a good job.
Sounds like one of those movies that I might see just once.
Yeah, I mean, something can be well made and really well done, which it was, without you, like,
but I mean, it's like
liking it.
Any kind of truth that you can, like...
I can agree with that. I can appreciate that a movie is well made and still not really like it.
It's funny in parts. It's, you know, it's what this movie was. It was all those kind of things. It was
a beautiful thing to say.
Showed a very, very bare part of, like, human psyche and, like, the need to be wanted and, like, all that. But then there's that one little part he's like, yeah, she's gonna finish. It's like, it's weird.
It's just odd.
It's like, but if you can get over that, it's a nice movie. Anyway.
I feel like it was mostly weird for me, just because I was sitting next to my mom.
Yeah, Dad was weird about it.
We were all there. I loved the acting. I loved the characters. I feel like the 3 main characters were so good and so well developed. Oh, a part that you didn't like, though, that I really liked is the dancing part. The dancing sequence.
I felt that it took me out of it.
So there's a part where they're sitting at a table, the fish monster and her, and
when she starts breaking out,
she
I thought it was funny. I couldn't help but laugh.
She knows that he has to go back into the ocean, so she's going to release him into the ocean, and she wants to tell him that she loves him, and he's looking down eating eggs. So in her mind, she says, I love you, and then she breaks out into this song and dance. And the whole film, her and her neighbor had been watching older films of like dancing stars and singing stars, very glamorous, beautiful dresses. And in that moment, to tell this grand gesture, her mind, she can sing and she can like vocalize things, even though she's mute. And she's in this beautiful dress and she's beautiful and she's dancing with the fish monster. And it was, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was so good. I thought it was such a wonderful like declaration of love.
I don't really know too much about the director, and so I was at that particular moment when she started bursting out into song. I didn't know. I was for like 2 seconds. I was like, "This is gonna go 2 ways." Like one of 2 ways. Either it went the way it went, and this is just like this is how she's.
A dream.
Yeah, this is like a fantasy. Like, oh my God, this is how like it's just so epic and like lovely and all this. It's swelling and it's like beautiful and they're dancing. It's a little silly, but it's like fun, yeah. Or this is the start of like a movie shifting event where she starts to like tilt off like the sand like, and she like starts to like get hostile for like the fish more and like people like and I thought it was gonna like either go that way. I was like, oh man, because we've all been empathizing with this girl. So what if she's actually like what if she starts actually going like crazy, right? And like I was like, oh man.
Also, you just said it's the start, and I just immediately thought you were gonna go into High School Musical. It's the start of something new. Feels so right to be here with you. Oh, now I can Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye. Till the next video. Okay, so I think I'm gonna watch one more video, and the battery's running out, so I gotta charge my battery again. Alright. Next video on this list. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. That movie I have seen. That movie was great. I mean, the Welcome to the Jungle was certain aspects of it were like pretty cringeworthy. The humor is kind of certain parts, like especially the part where like Jack Black's character, who was a high school girl until she got transported into the video game, has to learn how to pee using a male penis. That part was kind of but it was still pretty funny. Jack Black being attracted to forgot the character names, but Jack Black's character being attracted to the nerd who was transformed into The Rock was pretty funny. So I'm gonna watch Tamara just saw Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle now.
You're so good at it. I don't know how to frame a camera.
Let's just do
the whole thing with your eyebrows. Hi everyone, my name is Tamara Chambers.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Chambers.
And this is Tamara Just Saw. We're in our childhood home for Christmas. This is where the next 2 Tamaras Just Saw videos are going to be. So, great. There's also no microphone. It's going to be so fun.
In our kitchen.
In our kitchen.
The kitchen.
We're also going to be doing an episode of Tamara's Never Seen with my parents. And if you're following me on Twitter, I will be posting out a thing opening up to questions to my parents about why I never saw anything. So get ready for that as well. But today, we saw Jumanji.
Jumanji!
Awesome movie.
That's really good. We didn't plan that at all. I think there's going to be spoilers in this. It's a movie where it's like the spoilers aren't crazy. Only Nick Jonas.
It's like,
I guess.
you kind of expect the plot.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't try to be complicated. It's just what it is very good. It's not horribly like twisted like Lair's story. It's like you know what's going on. You know what's like who's doing what, and but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's the fun, feel-good family film of the Christmas season. I feel like I was going in with crazy low expectations.
Same.
I laughed throughout the entire thing. I got emotional at the end, even though it's cheesy. I was still like, damn, that got me. Got me in the
Yeah,
feels.
it was hitting hard sometimes.
What really I wanted more of though is them explaining how Jumanji got into a video game versus a board game.
I had a theory about that. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so what if Jumanji is more like a spirit and it kind of manifests as a game, but like it has to like adapt sorta to like, you know, keep its influence. So I guess it had to like resurrect in some like way.
You missed the beginning because I told Taylor to go to the wrong theater. My fault.
Oh yeah, the very like first like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and they show, and that's exactly what happened. The dad gives the little boy a board game. He's like, what am I going to do with board games? It's the 90s, and he's playing video games. And then the Jumanji sees that he's playing video games, turns into a video game cartridge, and then starts doing the drum beats. And then he's like, oh, it is a video game. And then he's in Jumanji.
Dude, theory.
But I wish that there was a little bit more of that. It seems like that was like the cheesiest part to me, that it was just like, very convenient. Well, there's no story here. It's just that Jumanji is now a video game. It's about these four high schoolers who get detention, and
He becomes The Rock. He becomes Kevin Hart.
And
she becomes Jack Black, and she becomes hot. She basically looks like herself, but more hot. The girl at the end.
And that's where the most fun comes in. Is the character assignments in the game, and those throughout the whole movie. As The Rock is a scrawny nerd, and then Karen Gillian is
like I said, she's pretty cute now, but she becomes hotter in the game.
Boys, Kevin Hart is played. He's a short man, as we all know. And he's the kid that chooses Kevin Hart is a very tall, very muscular football player. And then, the best one by far, even though they're all very good, is a popular, blonde, a little ditzy, phone-obsessed, self-obsessed teenage girl is Jack Black.
Yep.
It's so funny. I think this might be my favorite role that I've seen Jack Black in ever.
You would think the bit gets tired. It has like low bits, but it's pretty good. They keep it fresh. They don't just do the same thing.
Yeah. I really enjoy also the aspects that they bring into it of being a video game. I feel like they did that less.
Oh yeah, the strengths and weakness thing.
Because, I mean, like board game tropes were there.
Smoldering intensity.
And I was also expecting to go in and be like, man, I wish they would have just gone even further with that. And they could have, but I feel like for a general audience we're gamers. So like for a general audience, for a lot of people who aren't gamers, it's just gamery enough that it's like, oh, I know that there's lives.
Right.
Like things like that, whereas like if they went too into it, like it would be cool for like gamers, but
right.
I think it was the perfect amount, and it came in really funny ways.
It was really clever.
Yeah, it was clever.
Yeah.
Also, something that I loved is that the CGI, there was a few moments when they were in the video game where the background looked very CGI, like just a couple shots, but they're in a video game.
They're in a video game,
so it would. And that really works well. I wrote some notes. Let's see what I wrote. I wrote Jack Black is a goddess.
He is.
Jack Black, this is my favorite Jack Black girl.
What was that guy's name? Shelly something, the curvy genius. The game trolled her.
Also, the other big player in this is Nick Jonas.
Oh, he shows up.
I thought he was delightful, not super funny, but his character wasn't really written funny. It's always nice to see the Jonas Brothers pop up now and again.
Yeah, man.
What was one of their songs?
Oh, in the year 2000, they had, Storm, King, this is the final line. Ciao, I give my all for you.
Oh.
Now my heart's empty, and I can't find it.
man killer in the game. And one of her special skills is dance fighting.
Yeah. What's the song?
It's ooh baby I love you baby every day.
Every day.
That was a lot of keys that I just went in and out of. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Ooh baby I love you baby.
Oh wow.
Every day. Zoology, bitch! Just my last note is so touching at the end. What the duck? Because I was in a theater and I was trying not to
Swear?
flash my phone in it.
Autocorrect.
Who was your favorite character?
I thought Dwayne The Rock Johnson killed it, dude.
Man, I always enjoy watching him.
He was really good in this.
He was. He's a dynamic actor where you go in feeling like every time I see that he's in a movie, I'm like, oh, I like him. But it's just because he's fun. But then you're like, no, he's very good. This movie had incredible casting.
Yeah.
I think just across the board, so strong. The kids were also really well cast, but you see mostly just the adults in video game land.
I did not plan on liking it nearly as much as I did.
No.
And I'm so happy I saw it.
Welcome to the jungle.
You know, one thing that I liked about,
Alright, bye!
Yeah,
PG-13.
Well, yeah. It's PG-13 because the way they didn't allow that, it was for like a general audience, which I thought was cool. You could have made it like really intense and like in your face and like, oh, it's gonna kill you and like gory and all that. Made it like R. It's like, but it really just wanted to have like, it was just fun. It wanted to be a fun movie, and so like the comedy elements really kept it lighthearted.
It's a movie that you can take your family to, I think.
Yeah, they say like 3 questionably bad words. I mean, they say like bitch, obviously.
Zoology, bitch! Zoology, bitch! Zoology, bitch!
Take your family.
It's got a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7 out of 10 on IMDb. 91% though of just normal ass people liked it.
I don't know, man. I feel like it should have a higher rating than that. Or
What?
like comparatively, because the ratings are just
Rotten Tomatoes sucks.
They only gave Secondhand Lions a 50 whatever percent.
Are you kidding me?
That's blocking me.
Check out our review of Secondhand
Blocking
Lions channel. Jumanji is a movie that we watched here, actually as a family here. Do you remember this experience? Were you born?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
Probably not at that point.
It was the first movie that really scared me. There was like
The spider.
the spiders. So I walked down the hall to go to bed after we watched Jumanji, and I had to come back in and get mom and dad because I thought the spiders were going to come out of the hallway. There's so many remakes now, and so many things being put out there that's like, the original was so good, why are we going to redo this? And this is one of the exceptions to the rule, that this
Right. Yeah, I thought
did justice to the original.
exactly. I thought it was gonna like muddy it up, like, oh god.
Why?
But it was good though. I don't know. I don't know. We gotta keep saying it because I'm just surprised.
10 out of 10 would recommend. I think it was a blast. I have no idea what we're gonna see next week, but we're still gonna be here. So
You seen another thing? Oh, you do? Yeah.
yeah, we are. You have to come with
I'll be
me.
there.
We'll see you all next week in our childhood home as well.
Bye.
Welcome to the jungle.
Bye.
see you later.
Zoology, bitch.
Okay, so, thing I liked, now that I'm thinking about it, the thing that I liked best about Welcome to the Jungle was how, like, the 2 nerdy characters got, like, the best. The 2 nerdy characters in the school got, like, the best video game characters. Like, I forgot the name of the kid, but the nerdy, I think he was Jewish, but I'm not sure. The nerdy, long-haired Jewish kid, I think, he becomes The Rock, and except for The Rock having a shaved head, he kind of looks similar to that kid, except that kid had long hair and The Rock doesn't. And then that one girl, the nerdy girl, like, she was pretty cute and stuff before she got into the video game, but, like, when she went into the video game, then she becomes, like, a hotter version of herself. She basically looks the same, she's just hotter. They both get like the best characters in the film. Like The Rock's character doesn't have any weaknesses, and they actually list smoldering intensity as a strength. And like her character, the hot female character, her weakness is venom. Like she just like disappears into a whenever she gets bit or something by a snake. But other than that, she's got like mad fighting abilities and stuff like that. So they get the best characters, and then like the two popular characters, like the football jock and the hot blonde girl who was obsessed with like Instagram or whatever and social media and like constantly like putting herself out on social media and stuff. She becomes Jack Black. I forgot his character name. His character name was I think it was Oberon. Yes, she picked his character because the video game described him. His name is like Shoy Oberon, and the video game described him as a curvy genius. So she thought that she was picking a female character, but the character tricked the Jumanji game tricked her into picking a male character. So yeah, I thought how like the role reversal was good. Like the two nerdy and popular characters get like the best characters in the game, and the two popular, well-liked characters at school get like the weakest characters in the game. But every character has their own strengths. Like there's a time for each character to shine, and the movie makes it clear that they would not have won the game without working together. So yeah. Anyway, I'm done with this video. Bye.